The Battle of Mississippi, the Egg Bowl, a game that has a tendency to rip families apart during a time of year when most families come together to express Thanksgiving. But some aren't thankful for the sound of cowbells or screams of hotty toddy, which will make their presence known in this one. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. He'll bring it out. It's Little. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Rebels offense will go to work first. The Golden Egg made its home in Stark Vegas after the Bulldogs pulled out a close one the last time they met.
Well, Mississippi State is generally regarded as the blue-collar school in state, and they won that game last year in blue-collar fashion. Physical, and they beat Ole Miss down.
And found a way to win the game late. Exactly right. That's exactly what I was thinking when I think of Mississippi State. Blue-collar, hard-working, make you earn everything you get.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Oh, he's got some space. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield is Simmons. Under fire. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. This is either complete confidence or a hint of recklessness. Opening drive, 4th down, own territory, going for it. Oh, they're after him! And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th. So Mississippi State's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week.
Touchdown, Mississippi State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Let's see. He can block, he can catch, he can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, make plays for the quarterback.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw at Simmons. Working that left side now. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range, and people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love now, Jesse. How do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today is about as big as it gets.
Grab near the sticks. It's Lee. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Lacey. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's caught. It's Lacey. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Back to throw, it's Simmons. Makes the catch.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the Rebels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line. And the Rebels are threatening on 1st and goal. The offense changing the play. They want to throw it. Pocket breaking down. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the move. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Tight end now in motion. He'll do it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure. Limit that return. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. Right on target this time. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Grab near the marker, it's Morrill. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these third downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Running back searching for a hole. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, running back gets to give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Rebels have this offense rolling. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity. And advantage of it.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Glover. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel...
There he goes! Got enough for the first down and wants more. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And he never had... Stopped cold as soon as he got it. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. Catch in the middle. It's Reese. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Wiggles free. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss.
I tell you what, you got to love the way this defense attacks downhill. I mean, they see QB run, they pull the trigger. They're not waiting. There's not a lot of guys standing around watching, playing so fast, stringing that thing out, nowhere to go with the football. He can't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. He might want another play. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Simmons. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Man down on the be checked out. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection. So many rich layers in this one. Dak coming off the bench. Fumbles in the end zone to lose it. Legs being hiked. Coaches being fired. This has it all, guys.
And such proud people in the state of Mississippi that love their football. And it feels like, Palmer, these games always come down to something at the end of the game that's so fun and controversial.
What I love about this rivalry, too, is that historically there hasn't been a lot of conference championship implications or national title implications, but they play this game at the the very end of the year, and it just matters so much in the state. Bragging rights for an entire...
Breaks into the open. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Rebels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Simmons. Takes the easy one to the back. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has put on a display in the 1st half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. It's complete to the left. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Grabbed behind the line. It's Odom. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. 4th and goal from the 4. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to bull his way in. He was angling for that pylon, and the defense stopped him short on 4th and goal.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
From the gun, give on the inside. And I think they'll mark it right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't help much with the breathing room, but on the upside, they avoided the safety. Looking for a crease, it's Robinson. And they don't pick up anything right there, but at least they avoid getting tackled in their own end zone. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. They'll try the run. Find some fresh air. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the returner goes down. Final seconds of the 1st half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Back to throw, it's Simmons. It's complete on the right side. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Never a doubt. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, so much to break down from a spirited start to this Egg Bowl between Ole Miss and Mississippi State.
And the Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Mississippi State right back to the line. Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the two sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the golden egg. Thus, the Egg Bowl was born.
Yeah, what calms everybody down more than a golden egg? I mean, just the perfect recipe. We have all been in the booth calling these games. Jesse.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
Fires to the big fella. He'll be first out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Simmons. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Lee. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Rebels! The Hottie-Toddies are full-throated right now as Ole Miss builds the lead.
They got the momentum going. The offense is clicking. You see that a lot of times with Ole Miss. Big rivalry game against Mississippi State. Can they respond, Palmer?
And Ole Miss, you know, is one of those teams you just blink and all of a sudden they're blowing you out. That's been the case here today. The Bulldogs got to find a way to slow them down.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
The old saying is, you'll never go broke taking a profit. No matter how small, just keep building up the bank account.
Yep, and when the defense wants to drop back and not give up those big plays, a lot of times they're going to force you to be patient, and when you show them you can do that, it'll pay dividends in the long run.
He'll pull it on the read. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
If I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
Punch it out of the air. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. They'll run the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be fourth down. He's looking to pass. Finds him out of the backfield. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better. Oh, he's got some space. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Rides to back and leaves it. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lets one fly deep. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. Second down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
to throw. It's Hope. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Catches it at the 30. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback may change this route. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Got it in the middle, it's Alexander. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. First and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Lacey. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. Under fire. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Looking for room. It's Lacey. There he goes. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Winston. Makes a move. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that, baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Power football with the run. Got the first down. Looking for more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Looking downfield, it's Hope. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Second down, he'll throw it. Finds the tight end. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. Grab behind the line. It's Haas.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand. So
breaks into the open. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
Now on the option. Now the toss. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. And the football bounds across the sidelines. They'll lose a couple. 3rd down is where the money is made, but they're lucky to be here after that ball was loose. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Throws toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
He wants to take the top off. Got it in stride inside the 20. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab on the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Back to pass, it's Croman Hope. Sets up the screen. X going for the goal line. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Setting up the screen. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The option look. They'll give it to the back. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. On the option. Now the toss. Makes it past the marker. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield, get some extra yards. He's in the zone right now.
The pitch. Turning it on.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Rebels have their offense in high gear. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Buys a little time. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Hit as he throws. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle. And the Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man. It's Little. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Oh, he's got some space. Finally run out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Flushed out of the pocket. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another 1st down and yet another big gain.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get...
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Snow. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49. The Bulldogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit.
The ball's free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Here's a heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Watkins. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage.
He'll go down in a bit of an unusual way to bring this game to a close. And it is Ole Miss marking its territory in this one and taking down Mississippi State to claim the Egg Bowl. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.